Look out! Oh, hey everybody! This is Johnny Beane speaking. Thank you very much. 5:02 p.m. Pacific, right?
Be Pacific. Be Pacific, will you?
To be Pacific. Am I blurry already? Of August 21st. I should know that. Today's a Veda. 2018. Here we are. I'm wearing my David Nesdall shirt. Soon to be in stores.
Yeah, the black version. It's a t-shirt, that is.
Man, I've got one with my head. You need one with your head? Everybody.
I've got one with my head. It's right here.
Everybody needs a t-shirt with their big head on it, you know?
We should make shirts of the when you did the face swaps. I'll make the one with Ellie and Dave. I'll make that one.
Did you see what somebody said? Somebody said the should I say this?
Yeah, of course.
Who said it? Which one of you guys said it? Someone said the face swap with David Nesdall and Jay Hannon. The swap itself looked like Ben Coombs. Can you show that? Somebody actually left a comment earlier on that, but I haven't seen it, so I don't.
Oh man, I'll find it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, welcome everybody, all 27 of you.
I think it's funny how I leave all of you in the dust looks wise, anyways. It doesn't matter.
Is this the one? Is that the one with me and Dave?
No, that's me and you. That's me and you.
That's you and Johnny.
Well, here's the one. Here's the one I'll get on a t-shirt. Ellie and Dave.
She looks like she's got a dirty mouth. Dirty little mouth.
Is this it? Is this it? Is that the one?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
My eyes. Man, that's nasty.
So this is Ben David Coombs, or Ben? No, Jay. What would it be called?
His name's David Ben Coombs. Yeah,
but it would be David J Coombs or something, maybe.
J David Coombs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and somebody said that. Somebody left a comment saying that. So I forget who it was or where it was, but awesome. David Nesdall, good to see you again.
Same here. Good to be seen.
We're back. The three of us are back together.
Jay Hannon.
Hi there.
Awesome, man. Nice shirt. I remember that shirt.
Thank you.
That's cool. Yeah. So what's the latest?
It's all we got.
What's been happening?
Good night now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I went to a real bitchin' barbecue Friday night. Went to Richie Canada's house. It was an all-day barbecue. Me and Desiree went. It was probably like 30 or 40 people there on his estate. Food was great. And then we all piled into cars to go see him play in the middle of town. Here in Glen Cove in the summer, they have what's called like a summer concert series right in the middle of town. Mm-hmm. And Richie's band plays it every year. Once, they do it every Friday for the summer. And he has one of these Fridays. And it was packed, and it was supposed to rain. And it threatened to rain the whole time. And they played the last note of the last song, packed up, and the heavens opened on everybody. But the gig was great. And then we all went back to Richie's house, and me and Desiree, there was like another 30 people there. And when I say that she and I were the last to leave, we were the last to leave. We were helping them clean up like 1:30 a.m.
Overstaying your welcome.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah. We could have stayed there if we wanted to. We could have slept there, but the rain was just ridiculous. I've never seen it rain so hard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And that's what I was doing. That's why I was absent from the show.
Awesome.
Certainly was a better day for me.
Yeah, you had definitely had more fun. More fun than Johnny and I had. Staring at each other.
Oh, for hours, man.
Yep. But on the Late Show, John BL did a good job for taking over for Steve.
Oh, Steve didn't show up. Is he okay?
Yeah, he had a gig. So.
He said he was going to a barbecue in Glen Cove. Yeah.
Hey. Well.
Huh?
That went over real well.
Yeah, I know. Where's the laugh? Oh crap. Whatever. I
got you.
Can I plug this thing into the board? So anytime, you know, I need the help. I
gotta go up to Radio Shack and have them put a little 1/8 inch jack in it, you know.
Well, first you have to have them reopen.
Yeah,
because there ain't none of those around here anymore.
I know.
Put them back in business. Tell them to stick this in here somehow. You know. Yeah. Let me see. Hey, Mark O's Images. Hey, Johnny, Dave, and Jay. You're fun to watch. Wish I could jump in on more. Is that what he said? Awesome. Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for jumping around.
Jump around.
Buzik, good to see you. 5150 Fly Guy. Amanda. Ben. Let's get a couple more Coombs in here. Jim Guitry, Mark Taylor, Jimmy T, Guitar Hack. Did I say that? Zach Thong. Mark has a music question, not food.
Oh, well, that we can't help.
That leaves me and Jay out.
Are you? Hey, Dave, is Johnny clipping a little bit? Is he getting staticky around a couple, or is it my feed or something?
More than normal.
Yeah.
Do you hear that? I heard some clipping on you.
Yeah, you're clipping a little bit. You're clipping a little bit.
Yeah. All right, what's the food question? See, he's new. Well, maybe he's been watching a while, but he's chiming in. But and he knows that, you know, Johnny and I get a little carried away sometimes.
Yeah, think.
Did you see my taco earlier?
What's the question? Wait, Amanda and Ben are related?
Really?
I was watching some of Johnny's Veda earlier, and I saw it. I saw him say something. Wait, you guys are related? So I figure throw that in there.
Yeah. Jeannie says, hey. Man, what was I going to say? Something. Am I clipping? Is it still clipping?
I think it's better.
I don't know. Let me know. Everybody push number 1 if I am not clipping. I don't know.
All right, so what's the question?
Huh? I don't know. Clayton James Hicks. Hey, good to see you, man. Okay, there's some number 1s. Awesome. And that means I am clipping or not? I forget. Either way, I had an unboxing today, which I already did. I told you guys it was something that had to. I mean, it does have to do with this because it has to do with what I'm doing here. But it was this
little Minnie Mouse. Yeah, look at the difference between that and then
and this. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
So the keyboard again. What'd you get?
I got another keyboard, wireless keyboard, and a wireless mouse. And it's not hooked up the way I wanted it to be because I've got 3 monitors here. You guys can't see. I've got a laptop which got the chat room. I've got the main computer here, which is running everything, chugging along, And then I've got another computer over here, the one that likes to restart and start up and whatever. My plan was to hook this stuff up to that computer so I could try to use that to surf the internet and look up stuff while we're live here, right? But I couldn't get online. For some reason, it won't jump on the internet. So I decided to hook the wireless stuff up to the laptop, which is way over there, that has the chat room. So now I can actually sit here and talk to you guys all I want. Awesome. Oh, and use the band hammer as well.
Yeah, there should be a huge hammer sound on this too. Gotta call these people. Have our own signature sound machine here. Rob / Ron did not get fired.
He didn't?
That's what I heard, at least.
I heard he was.
Oh, well then maybe he is.
Hey, Frank Corcoran. Good to see you, man.
No, but I have a feeling he's going to want on one of these shows in the very near future. He's got a couple guitars coming.
I saw it.
Yeah, he just got one.
Three guitars to be exact.
I saw one of them. Well, maybe we'll keep the surprise, but
yeah,
I just saw the one. I just saw one.
Well, you saw 3/4 of the one of one.
Oh, okay.
That's a hint. That's a hint. Everything's good with Rob.
Right.
Yeah, I spoke to him on the phone yesterday. He called me, say hello.
I'm still waiting for that question to come through.
Yeah, what's the question?
He said it already, and I don't know the answer because he wants to know who sells a trem block in some number in grams. I don't know. Grams? I only know grams and cocaine.
Oh, my God. Or crackers.
Yeah, Jay and I. If you guys want to know all about graham crackers, Jay, do you like the graham crackers with the cinnamon on the top?
He says, sorry, Canadian, I'm looking for a trem block, 276 grams or so. Any suggestions? Mark O's Images. Marco.
First of all, don't be sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
This computer just started. I'm not joking.
I honestly, when I talk about trem blocks, we talk about millimeters here. We don't talk about it in grams. I don't know how much they weigh.
Wait, so millimeters is now a weight?
I have no idea. It's a size. It's not a weight.
54 people are listening to this?
Yeah. Well, they all got a little dumber. Yeah, call Adam at FU Tone. He'll be able to
tell you that he doesn't know what it is in grams.
Yeah, but he might be able to steer you in the right direction, you know.
Huh? Can we figure that out using a calculator? Because my new wireless keyboard has a calculator icon on it.
Really? You can transfer millimeters to grams?
I don't know.
How would you do that?
You'd be a millionaire if you could figure that out.
No wheezing the Jews. Jason Wade with a Encino Man reference. I like that. A couple people were talking about my mouse. This is a Kensington Expert mouse. Look at that.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Oh, I need this other mouse now to present. I want to see that, man. This is...
Well, the inside of that thing is kind of...
It's exciting.
Yeah, so... But it's good for audio editing. You know, you got obviously there's 4 buttons that if you can program it to basically have hotkeys and key commands. So you can, hit 2 of them at the same time to do something. It's just a lot easier than having just 2 buttons on your mouse to do things. And it's easy as hell to really scroll around the screen with this mouse. So it's really good for audio editing. But scroll wheels do take time to get used to. But I've had that thing for crap. How many years now? Like maybe 8, 9 years now. 9 years since I've been using this thing. So
I used to use the mouse where it has the ball and use your thumb. That's a similar kind of thing, just smaller.
Yeah, same company makes that one. It's a red one, right? The ball is red.
The red one. Yeah. The red one. Yeah. The problem with that though was I would use that to play video games, and next thing you know, my thumb was like moving, like twitching all the time. You know, it wasn't good. But the mouse you got though, that's good for like zooming in on the audio tracks and splicing and.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh,
yeah, because not only does it have the ball, obviously, but it's got the scroll wheel as well, like this thing around it. So that's how you would do your scrolling across or zooming in. You know, hold down the control button to zoom in, and then use it to, you know, zoom across, and it's awesome.
Oh man, I gotta get one of those now.
I don't get how people use regular mice or mouses, however you say, mices for audio and video engineering.
Well, that's my problem.
I don't get it. Can't do it. Missile command. I saw the missile command comment before.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Geek Squad chat.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other game? You would do that?
Centipede.
You'd do that. You and then it would. Was it bowling? Was there a bowling one? Where
yes.
You do that, or
yes, there was a bowling game like that too.
Where you roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the rolling.
Is that what you're doing? If not, that's pretty impressive.
Cool, man. So what was the question? No.
Dan Sullivan said that weight, it would be like a half-pound trem block. So it's pretty beefy.
Wow. Well, wait, what's it for? Did he say what he wants it for? Like an air guitar, I guess?
No, he didn't say. But why don't you talk about some other nonsense for an hour first before we get to that?
Well, if we're talking about audio engineering or whatever, it's not really too off topic, you know?
No.
Music Man Axis.
Okay, cool. Great guitars, man.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, that definitely talk to Adam at FU-Tone. He's got big brass trem blocks for that Godot bridge. And it's a specific one. You can't just get a regular trem block. It's one made for that bridge.
Yeah, you can go to his website and he has all the different stuff. They're all lined up. Man, I cleaned my desk, you know, for this new keyboard and mini mouse, and I don't want my Starbucks to sweat all over my table here. So I've got a paper towel.
Your Starbucks looks like it's mostly ice now.
Ice bucks.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that looks like, but it's not. It's not.
Well, it looks like super watered down tea is what it looks like.
Did you watch my vlog earlier? No. My complaint.
Yeah, I did.
You did. My complaint was I went to Starbucks and well, now it's looking like something else, but it wasn't dark enough earlier. I'm still not completely convinced that it was black tea. I'm thinking they gave me like some sort of like either very, very light black tea or some green tea. I know why it's looking like this now, because I found a cup in my fridge from a Starbucks from yesterday, and I poured it in. And I mixed them, so that's why it looks.
You're just remembering this now from a half hour ago?
Yeah, no, this was hours ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mellow Mix asks if you guys have ever boiled your strings like Van Halen did.
Yeah. I did one time.
One time. And that explains it all right there. When you do something one time and never do it again, that pretty much.
You do it one time, you go to play, you put them on, you go to play, and it's like playing barbed wire. You know? Instantly just rusted. You know? But that happens to me anyway, you know, because I'm so sweaty all the time. Yeah.
So, Dave, have you done it?
No. And I won't do it.
You never even tried it?
Bad idea.
You never even tried it?
No. No.
Really?
It's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm almost positive that he said that in an interview just so people would be dumb enough to do it.
I can almost imagine that happening.
Well, he would say a lot of stuff back in the day to kind of throw people off, you know, because everybody wanted his guitar, his everything. So he would just kind of like make something up to throw them off the trail a little bit, you know, and that might be one of the things.
I'm sure he's tried it, but I don't think it's one of those things where, you know, I remember trying it one time because probably I read the same interview or article that he's talking about, or that we've all read. And I just remember the worst part about it was putting the strings back on, you know, when they're all coiled up and it's like,
yeah, it was from his first interview with Guitar Player magazine. That's what it was from.
What year would that have been?
I've got it in the book. It was
1979.
Which was it? Oh, where's the book?
February 79 or something like that?
No, it was.
Was that article or interview in that one magazine where they had like a bunch of them in one? Is that where?
Probably. I mean, probably a reprint of it because I had it. I keep saying book. I had it in a really nice book. It said Masters of Heavy Metal, and it had Edward on the cover. Let me see if I can find a. Let me Google it and show you what the cover looks like. It has a couple early interviews. Jimmy T says maybe 78. I want to say it was from his first interview with Jazz Obrecht, which would have been 78. You know, if that was in that book, but.
Dan Sullivan said the D boiler, like the D tuna. That's pretty good. I mean, I thought it was good.
You know what I'm thinking though?
What are you thinking?
Is we could do this now, or make a video where we boil strings. Like, just do it.
Why don't you boil a set of those DRs that you're never going to put on your guitar?
Oh.
Well, your connection's gone, Johnny.
Huh? Am I?
No.
No, your DR.
Oh, I thought you meant the
your DR connection. He's moved on to greener pastures.
Well, I mean, I've got these that I bought like 4 years ago. I've never used.
Those are the ones I want to try, man.
I do some of those.
The NYXLs are very good. Very good.
Yep,
too good to boil
strings as well. Yep.
Okay, here's the book. This is the book that I have. Edited by Jazz Obrecht. Okay, so yeah, this is the book that I have. I read this when I was a kid. And I don't know what that was. Oh, that's.
Let me try to find the one I was talking about.
Looks like this. Yeah, let's just boil some strings, put them on a guitar. So how are you?
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Jake left with no warning. Just...
No, he's looking for another book. The thing is, strings they do rust if you never use them. You know, the ones that aren't in like the sealed packages when they used to come in the paper like envelopes. If you find a pack of strings from like years and years and years ago, you open them up and they're rusted. So it happens eventually. Although Eddie did say in that boil some
linguine.
linguine. That sounds good. Oh, the Discord is happening. John B.O. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, man. He posted the Eddie Van Halen's first interview in 1978 over in the Discord. So yeah, join us in the Discord. It's a lot of fun.
So there's the one. This is one of them. It has 7 interviews with Eddie. I don't know if it's in that one, but you have that one, right?
No, it wouldn't be in that one because that's Guitar World.
So what about? Well, this is from the pages of Guitar. Is this?
No, it wouldn't be that one either
No,
because that's Guitar for the Practicing Musician. They're all different magazines.
Yep, a decade of exclusive interviews, techniques, and tips. I mean, he might have said the same thing in one of these as well. I mean, I remember reading it and then trying it.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 things. It was a pain in the ass to put the damn strings back on the guitar. And then 2, they sounded like crap. So I took them off and put new ones back on.
Thank you, Ben. There you go. Text
What?
that phone number for the Discord if you want in. And it's like an after party over there. It's like a during party. People are partying nonstop. It's a lot of fun. I mean, the thing is, Eddie did say back in the day that he would boil them and they would rust, but he would use them only for one show anyway. So it didn't matter if they rusted. He actually said that. And he said he did it to stretch the strings out. And we all know he was always really stretching the strings out because this was before the Floyd Rose. So it is possible that that's something he actually did. You know.
Yeah, see, maybe my mistake was doing it on old strings.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why.
You did it on an old set of strings?
Yeah, I took a set of strings off of my guitar, and I was thinking it would bring them back to life. I don't know where the hell I got that idea from.
Oh. No, you want to bring strings back to life? You put rubbing alcohol on them.
You want to bring strings back to life? You put new ones on.
Well, yeah.
You want to bring strings back to life? You give them mouth to mouth.
Oh.
A mouth to string.
Yeah.
You lick the dirt. I had this old stuff. Remember, was it Dunlop? Had this little tiny bottle, plastic bottle. You unscrewed the top and it had like a cotton ball, kind of like felt thing.
Yeah.
You squeezed it and you rubbed it along.
Fast fret.
No, it wasn't. I know what you're talking about. The fast fret, because I've had that as well.
It was a conditioner.
Yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I have one. I have one.
I used it. It seemed to do a decent job, you know, for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to look at my camera. Somebody wants to know what camera I'm using. Crap. Can you see anything in my room here? Hold on a second.
Just the nose hairs.
Here, hang out with Abe Lincoln for a minute.
It's easier. You just use your phone, take a picture of your camera, and just show it. Or just do this. Just you can do a reflection like that. There you go. There's the one I use. It sucks.
Maybe you should have got a new camera instead of a keyboard.
I need all new everything. It's
where the heck is the damn? It's a Logitech. I know that. Logitech something.
I've got the Logitech. I can't even read that. Autofocus, obviously.
He's got a large what?
Logitech.
HD 7.
You did say tech,
20?
right?
I think so. Oh, I can just go to my settings and see. It'll tell me what it is. Where's the video? Can't find a video on here. It's Logitech HD Pro Webcam C920. There you go.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, C920. Oh. Yeah.
Huh? And what do you have it hooked into? Like, what are you running?
My amplifier. What do you mean? What do I have it hooked? It's USB.
250.
But into
Pounds, baby.
Are you? Is it a desktop, laptop? Because you can plug a USB camera into anything.
Yeah. Oh, I'm plugging into my Mac Pro.
Okay.
My garbage can. What do they call them? The trash can. The little black cylinder Mac Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fender Group with 920. Yep, C920.
Hello, showman.
Hey, showman.
I've been wanting to say that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think it's Showman.
Yeah, it's showman.
Mm-hmm. All right, what else are we talking about on here? Oh, we going back to the interviews here?
Yeah. Let me open up the Discord, because John BL is actually posting a lot of stuff in there.
I mean, that says it all. Awesome. Those are the days, man, when it was actually like, you know, cool to sing about alcohol and partying and take pictures like that. Now it'd be like, oh, he must be an alcoholic.
No,
they knew that back then.
Yeah, I know, but it was still like, you know,
they still do that now if you listen to country music. You know?
Yeah.
I did that road trip to Texas. You can't get away from the country music stations down there.
They talk about drinking beer.
Every station in Texas is either country or religious.
No, it's not. What were you listening to? I could have helped you.
Oh Lord, you just open up a can of whoop ass. About to happen to you.
Mm-hmm. If it makes you feel any better, I'm going back. I'm going
back in time.
I'm going back to Texas.
Ah!
I'll be in Texas again sometime soon. I'm not sure, but
bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I want to go. I want to go back. I want to be there.
Bozique said, hey, now you're done pissed off, Desiree.
Go get him, Snickers.
Let me tell you what. What is it?
I tell you what.
I will tell you what.
Don't ever mess with anyone that actually says that before they say anything else, because they're ready to kill somebody. I tell you what. Better just listen.
Or that says fixin'.
Yep. Tell you something.
What's the good barbecue place down there? Sorry about the food chat, you guys, but is it Rudy's?
I don't know what that is.
Do you know Rudy's?
Hang on, I'll tell you. I asked
Rudy's barbecue. Well, Texas is huge. I mean, that's the thing. But where we were,
Texas, you can fit like 30 New Yorks in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
30, huh?
Maybe not 30, but a good
you could fit a million Earths inside the sun.
You could fit a good 10 New Yorks in Texas.
John BL, do the math. Is that true? Is he in here? Yeah, right? Yeah, he's here.
Yeah. Hey, huh? John BL. Yeah, here's a quote in the Discord.
From John BL?
Eddie Van Halen's first interview, 1978. Yeah, that's what it was. Jazz Obrecht. Eddie says, I boil the strings so they stretch, because if you just put them on and clamp it down, the strings stretch out on the guitar. I just like to pack. Huh? I just take it. I can't read. John, you want to come on and read this for us? You did a great job on Friday, man.
I can't read.
I just take a pack and let it boil for 20 minutes in the hot water, and then I dry them in the sun. because otherwise they rust. But I only use them for one night anyway, so who cares if they rust? Guitar player 1980. Okay, well that doesn't make sense because that was from November 78. So it was reprinted.
Mm-hmm.
So I was reading a reprint in that book, I guess.
Yeah, Blank Palette says, but Eddie said he said that to fool people into doing it. That's got to be pretty funny where you can be like, yo, guys, I'm going to do this interview and I'm going to tell people I boil my strings before I put them on my guitar, man. See a bunch of dumb guitar players in the pots and pans aisle at the store buying, never mind.
I'm sure a lot of people did it.
Yeah.
There are people that are still doing it. Because of us talking about it, people are going to do it now.
Yeah, two of the three of us did it.
That's not a bad percentage. 2 of the 3 of us.
I don't know. I think I'm going to do it. Not now.
You got to film it.
I'm going to film it. Yeah, I'm going to boil strings, put them on a guitar, and then see what happens. So anyway, about that barbecue. Not the one that you were at, the one that I was at in Texas.
I'd rather hear about the one Dave was at.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Can you name drop?
No, I will not do that.
Well, Dave Nesdall was there. That's a
no. I was the low man on the totem pole.
The no man.
You were parking cars?
I was parking my car.
Were you the one that was in charge of like the music? Remember the Seinfeld?
Coats. He was in charge of coats.
In charge of the coats.
He was in charge of giving everybody refills. Hey Dave, refill make sure everybody's topped off, will you?
You joke all you want.
No, it's like what was it? With Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Coming to America, remember?
Oh man, yeah.
The boss invites them from McDowell's, invites them to the party, and they're like, "Yes, I'm in." And they get there, and that's their job, is to make sure everybody's filled up. You know
what I saw? I don't know if this was in Texas. It was somewhere on the road trip. We went to a McDonald's, and the McDonald's, the street it was on was called McDowell's.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Jim Nicholas, no, Liberty was not there. I actually think he was doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
Mellow Mick says, according to a Guitar World January 81, Eddie said he tunes down a step and a quarter.
We should get Alan Garber into the he's in Texas, actually, but he told me we couldn't see each other, so it didn't happen.
Why was the baby asleep?
I don't know. His wife had to go out of town, so he had to stay home. That's what the deal was. That's a good magazine, Jay. I had like 10 of those back in the day. Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
That one, the Guitar Legends.
Yeah.
The Guitar Legends ones. It
feels quality too.
Yeah.
Display until April 20th, 1992.
Yep.
Who else wanted these sneakers that he had?
Not me.
That are almost like
they look like Adidas to me.
Yeah, Adidas, but they look like remember the old turf shoes with like the tiny little cleats on them?
They look like he's been mowing a lot of lawns.
Which I doubt he was.
Back then, I bet you he was.
Mm-hmm. And there's playing a Les Paul there with no neck pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The old 58.
In the chat room, what song is he playing there? Type in your answer. Hey, Dan, good to see you.
Well, this is a dead giveaway. What song is he playing here? That's a tough one. That is a tough one.
Actually, did you guys see these?
What?
Look at this. Look at these pictures. I just sent these pictures over to Steve Ripley.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Discord.
No, I can't get up. I need wireless headphones. There's one. Yeah. I'll put these in the Discord. But yeah, I just saw these. My camera sucks. Anyway, I just sent them over to Steve. There we go. What song? What guitar did you use on that song, you guys? In the chat.
What guitar to use on that song?
What guitar did he use on that song?
Oh man,
that's not Super Pluto either, because the Super Pluto has 3 humbuckers in it. That's got to be a different one.
This has a humbucker and 2 single coils.
Yeah.
Did
Unless, are all Telly ones called Super Pluto, or is that just the name that Eddie gave that guitar?
Jim Nicholas, you're right. Top Jimmy. I had thought it was just one guitar that he called that.
Yeah, and that's the one with the 3 humbuckers, right?
But I know there was at least 3 of those.
Yeah, and I know of even one more that had a single humbucker in it. A Telly with a single humbucker.
Well, here he is talking about the black and yellow Bumblebee. He said, I don't know why I played the black and yellow one. I liked the way it looked, but I didn't like the way it sounded. Actually, I used an Ibanez Destroyer for a lot of the first Van Halen record. And that was the one that was on the Women and Children First cover, which we all know. And then obviously he says he completely destroyed it. It was one of the few guitars made out of Carina wood that you could get without spending an arm and a leg for an original V or something.
And tell you the truth, it wasn't made out of Carina. No, Ibanez couldn't afford that wood. It was another wood that's Carina-like, but it's not Carina.
Until I took a chunk out of it to make it look nice, to make it look different. On the cover, Women and Children First, it's missing a piece. Boy, did I screw it up. It went from sounding like a nice, fat, warm guitar to, what the hell happened? I couldn't believe it. The sound changed from a fat Les Paul type sound to a real weak Strat sound. He said he thought he'd ruined the pickup when he took the chunk of wood out, so I stuck another pickup in it, and it sounded the same, real bad. I think it was because I took the wood. Yeah, it will make sense. Blah, blah, blah. That's funny, man. It's still fun to read all these things. You know, years later, and you know, a lot of the stuff he says, you know, wasn't true or he didn't know and was just saying stuff, but it's still cool.
Yeah, it's great to read the stuff now, you know, when you know a little bit about this and that. Because back in the day, you're reading the stuff and you don't know what he's talking about, but it sounds cool. Now you read it, you know exactly what he's saying about this or that or this effect or whatever, you know.
Oh, he's talking about what was this one from '85? They're talking about the David Lee Roth band. And he said, have you heard any of the music Dave's been working on? And Eddie says, I hear it's good. Billy Sheehan is a bad mother, one of the best around. And then Guitar World says, they may have songwriting problems. Dave doesn't write, and Steve Vai doesn't write those type of songs. Yeah, and then they go on to kind of talking about that type of stuff. But did Dave really pull the plug? Eddie, yeah, he quit. We weren't getting along, but he never did. We never did, basically. So I'm telling you, man, it's like memory lane I'm going down right now. Because I remember reading this stuff, like, you know, sitting on your bed, like, yeah.
Yeah, back before the internet, and you freaking out over all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't wait to get these things either in the mail or going to the music store to get them, or, you know, even to the food store.
The food store.
Mm-hmm. That's where I got my first ever guitar magazine, was at ShopRite in New Windsor, New York. The one with Nuno, Reb Beach, and Richie Kotzen on the cover. Somewhere around. The first guitar. That was before they put like tablature in them.
I remember the first guitar magazine I ever bought. It was Guitar World with the guys from Yes on the cover.
Trevor Rabin.
Yeah.
Great guitar.
I can't remember my first. Too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So what we got?
Huh? We got 67 people sitting here.
67. What are you people thinking?
So Bozique brings up, remember Eddie talking about how he was testing his 5150 amps? And he said by ringing a note, leaving it in front of the amp, it leaves for a week. If the amp still works a week later, then it's good.
Really? Really?
That's what I remember reading that article too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about what he said. It's about how you said it.
What did I say?
It
was all garbled.
Oh.
We'll hear it on playback.
There it is. Jeannie just sent me the picture of it.
Oh, that's
the one.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And I think what month? May 1990. So this is obviously before I got a guitar. But I think it was one of those things where I was like, I want to get a guitar, and I saw the magazine. And I mean, how can you not look at this cover and be like, I want to play guitar? Look at that. You know, look, I always loved Richie Kotzen's guitar on this cover. Come on.
The Richie Kotzen Ibanez?
Yep. So cool. And Reb Beach's hairdo.
I'll show you guys the first one I ever got. Actually, I got two. I got the one with the guys from Yes on the cover, and then I got one with George Lynch on the cover. And this was Guitar World.
Was he by himself, or is it with the one with? Oh, okay, so he's not using the Bones guitar.
No, it was I don't know. It was a different one.
Yeah.
Jim Nicholas asked me if, since I'm a Maiden fan, do I ever consider buying an Adrian Smith Jackson Strat? No, but my buddy Brian from Byzantine, he wants one of those really, really bad. He's been talking about getting one of those for a little while now. So, but I hear they're great.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is the first Guitar World I ever got. Right there.
I remember that. Wow, that's not terribly long ago.
You were there too?
He was on the cover.
I remember that guitar cover.
Yeah, I had that one. That was the first one I ever got, and then here's.
I'm older than you guys. Remember?
Hey, I'm older than you guys.
Older than you guys, and I've been playing longer than you guys.
Everyone's saying which magazine was their first. Guitar Girl KB says my first magazine was Guitar World with Zach Wilde dressed as Santa. Do you guys remember that one?
I
guess not.
Here's another one that I had. I had this one.
Oh wow, yeah, very cool.
What year was that one, Johnny?
85.
Damn.
I wanna
Yeah,
say.
that's
I
way
wasn't,
before.
I wasn't playing then, but I you know, I dig back and buy a bunch of the back issues and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Dan Wilhite started buying guitar magazines in '84. Thrash metal and fun riffs. How do you guys remember the first Guitar World? It was like '87 for me. Jim Nicholas, one of the first mags had Kirk Hammett with Eddie Van Vito Bratta on it.
Man, oh, here it is. Okay, this was the other this is like either my first or second magazine that I got. It was this one, and then the other one I showed you was that one.
Wow.
Yep. That's awesome. That might be my favorite. That's the Kamikaze.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite winch guitar. I think.
Those things are so heavy.
Heavy metal.
Well, no, heavy wood, actually.
Heavy metal. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have a couple stacks of guitar magazines over there. I never threw any of them out. I put them in boxes. But it's cool stuff.
I used to have a huge collection of magazines, guitar magazines, you guys.
Yeah.
The other collection wasn't that big.
Yeah, sure. You think I had a lot of guitar magazines?
Did you ever used to put, what was the in Back to the Future? Ooh La La?
Oh, Ooh La La, yeah.
You'd put the magazine in a different magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be sitting there. It looked like you were reading, People magazine, but it was really, Peephole magazine or something,
Yeah, I think we've all done that. Yeah. No, Ma, it's a guitar magazine, I promise.
Johnny watches Peephole magazine.
I just made that up.
No, you watch
it. Get Hard magazine.
Oh my goodness.
Quentin James, I owned a couple of ADA MP1s back in the day.
Mm-hmm. You know, Betancourt used that, right?
No, actually, I think it was what's his name from Mr. Big.
Paul Gilbert.
Paul Gilbert.
He used them. Jason Becker used them, I think.
Yeah, Quentin James says Nuno did. Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I never knew that. I thought he used GK actually.
Because I know Michael Wagner was the one that engineered. I don't know if it was only the second Extreme album, Porno Graffiti, but I could have swore he used that on that album. And his guitars sound great on that record.
His guitars sound great on everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a great guitar player. Even
the fourth record, Waiting for the Punchline, that album is very like it's not really a big rock album. They went old school, have like Nuno on one side, the bass on the other, like the old Van Halen records. Very dry and not a lot of gain. And I can't believe the harmonics and the pinch harmonics and all this squeal that he's still getting out of a guitar that doesn't have that much. I mean, it's just, that's how good of a player he is.
Yep. Francisco says he still has his ADA MP1.
Man.
Johnny, are you being your own bot?
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to try to figure that out.
Sure you were.
The bot thing. No, the thing is, in order to do that, you have to have 2 YouTube accounts, and you have to assign another account to the bot.
Oh, so ask what's his name? KA to let you know how to make multiple YouTube accounts.
That guy.
You have 15 bots in here. Like, you set them up.
He's probably watching. I just hasn't said anything yet.
KA bot. Set it up so it says so it makes fun of us.
The Beane hammer, you guys. Remember that comment I sent to you? Did I send it to both of you? Don't say the name. I sent Jay. You remember? I sent you a comment, and you said you recognize that name.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I had unblocked them, and the first video I put up after the unblocking, that was it. That was there, right?
Oh wow.
So it's like, just imagine all the comments that guy's left for months and months and months, and has no idea that I never saw any of them until now. You know?
Until now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
You know, the funny thing, I was thinking the other day how I was at this
barbecue
with a lot of people, you know, a lot of celebrity people, and this guy is sitting in his chair in his underwear, probably getting blocked by you and Jay.
I didn't block anybody on Friday, did I?
I think who was it? It was it GG&G, was it? I think he blocked him.
Oh, and then was it what show was it that G Butchnoff blocked somebody, right? Was it him? No. Who was it? Somebody blocked I think Clayton. I was like, no, don't block Clayton.
Yeah. Because Clayton, he misspelled nerd or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that it? He was asking Caleb how Nerd Halen was going. And by the way, how is that going? Is that tonight?
I think he's playing tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's down there right now. Yeah, Terry. Yeah, he accidentally timed out Clayton because he had misspelled a word and he thought it was, you know.
No, yeah, instead of Nerd Halen, he said Nard Halen or something.
Yeah. But no, Clayton, if you're here, man, yeah, Clayton, you can say whatever you want, man. It's all good. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Caleb is playing the Whiskey A Go-Go tonight. I believe he's playing Dancing in the Street, Van Halen version.
Mm-hmm.
Down there. So
hopefully there's some footage of that. I'd like to see it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he'll I'm sure he'll record it, because last time he played this gig, he had it he recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be all over Instagram.
I'll check it in a minute and see. So we can have David Lee Bott, Eddie Banhammer, Michael Banthony,
Sammy, hey now.
Hey now. That's good.
Yeah. But no, anyway, to use that bot, you have to have 2 accounts, and you have to assign one account to the bot and have that bot control it. And I got to figure it out, but I don't know. It almost seems like too much trouble to.
Well, it isn't if you're sitting in your underwear doing nothing because you have no friends.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, that might be a little too much trouble, but you know, for other people that may or may not watch this show.
Oh, man, we're not supposed to talk about that, man. Come on. You don't feed them.
At least not after midnight. And don't get them wet either. Gremlin.
You think he ever gets wet?
Oh, God.
Probably not. Not unless it's by his own hand.
Well, I didn't mean that. But... Okay. All right, whatever. We got 70 people in here.
And we're making fun of someone.
Well, I mean, it's, you know.
That's only fair because he makes fun of us all the time. So it's only fair every once in a while. Let them know that you're here and that you know, people are watching them.
Oh. No, you guys, we're talking about trolls. You know, there's people that like to leave some not so nice comments, and although I don't care, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, unless it's happening to you, then you care.
No,
I think it's funny.
I don't care at all. What?
It comes to the territory, man.
Yeah, I know.
What, the internet and sitting in your underwear?
or without your underwear. That's why the internet's still around.
I used to have this neighbor when I lived in the Berkeley Hills. Hey, Howie. Used to have this neighbor directly next door to us. And when you live up in the hills, there's no one around. You don't have to have curtains on the walls. So there was no curtains in this guy's place. And I would look over and see this guy sitting there in his underwear on his computer. This dude.
You would just stare at him for hours and hours, huh? So he'd be looking at his computer screen and you'd be looking at him.
No, but he was like some sort of beer. What do you call it? Brewer.
Beer brewer.
Brewmeister.
Yes.
What's the word? He would. Yeah. So I think he would give us like huge like cases of beer, which made up for the fact that I had to see him in his underwear all the time. You know.
Hey, Johnny, you want to come over and? Oh my goodness!
Bring over that cute dog of yours, too.
Yeah. Everyone's saying how long they've been playing for. Quentin James, 54. He's been playing for 40 years. Wow. Bozique, 43 years. Wow. Bozique's been playing since 2000. So that's not 43 years. I think he's saying he's 43, maybe. I'm trying to figure. There's too many numbers. My brain is getting hot seeing all these numbers right now. Somebody else do this.
Jimmy T has been playing for 46 years.
We had half Howie, half Johnny on the screen.
Good face swap for that.
You like that, huh?
I love that. That's so funny. It never gets old.
Oh, there he goes. Dude, eat your breakfast, man.
Breakfast?
He hasn't had breakfast yet. His breakfast has been sitting there in that bowl all day long. He's trying to he wants us
trying to lose a few pounds. Like, what are you trying to say?
He gets to the point where if you put like something in there to sweeten the deal, like some cheese or something, he won't eat it unless there's cheese in there the next day.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Marco's images, man. Put some pants on. No, we're just kidding. We're definitely not talking about you, bro.
Hanging out. Yeah, his wife's gonna call home. Hey, what are you doing? I'm just hanging out with a bunch of dudes on the internet in our underwear. Yeah. Well, nobody knows what I have on, but below this shirt, I could, have nothing on.
No, we saw when you were messing with your camera.
Good thing I have shorts on then. Could you imagine? Oh, not even thinking about it.
Huh? Anyone over 40?
Yes, me.
Huh? Can you have a quick Can you have a quick chat with Howie when he comes back? Oh, about eating? Dude, eat your food.
Matthew Stewart says, Dave, I was told to ask you what the trick was to boarding an airplane early. Well, first you got to go to Seattle and get into a car or a truck that takes the plane out to the tarmac. And then you climb into the cockpit by yourself and fly it up in the air where you're followed by an F-15. Oh. And then you get shot down.
No, you can't say those words. Oh. Is that what happened?
Well, probably. That's not the official statement.
I don't know. That's when I was driving cross country, and there was like 2 different news stories that had to do with airplanes that day. So I wasn't sure which was which.
Do we have any millennial guitarists in the house? Most of us seem to be old middle-aged geezers. Yeah.
Yes, Matthew Stewart. If you get in a wheelchair, you usually get on the plane first.
But who wants to get on the plane first? Because then you're sitting around. It's not like you're going to be able to leave early. I wait till the end. I don't care what zone I'm in. I sit and wait until almost everybody is on the plane before I get on the plane.
You don't ever have to bring a guitar on and try to, pray to God that they let you take it in the plane with you. So you do what you got.
They have to. If it's in a gig bag, they have to let you take it on.
Well, I got news for you. They don't always do that, no matter what. If you're on a plane that's too small to have it fit in the overhead, even in a gig bag, it's going underneath once you get in there.
Then would you rather put it in an overhead and then have other people jamming their bags, smashing it?
Yeah,
I wait till the end.
I always do, but my gig bags are super heavy duty leather, and you can drop it in a gig bag and it won't break. In the gig bags that I take.
Well, speaking of gig bags, remember Johnny and Dave, a couple months ago, we were discussing the differences between like the high quality gig bags and a guitar case, like a normal guitar case.
And the guitar sacks.
The guitar what?
I happen to have my gig bag, one of my gig bags right here. If you can see that at all. It's
leather.
Yeah, it's really thick, very heavy. This is probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 pounds by itself.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't break anything in this. I've dropped a Les Paul in that and not broken it.
Well, the reason I'm mentioning this again is because Kiesel Guitars is now, I guess, doing away with their hard cases when they ship out guitars. So I was thinking, oh man, that's not good. So Jeff, one of the presidents or owners of Kiesel Guitars, somebody asked about that, and he said they're actually more protective than the hard shell case. The gig bags are more protective than the hard shell cases. He said the percentage of guitars that got damaged while shipping in hard cases was more than the
I agree. I believe it. I believe it. Jim Nicholas, yes, I use Reunion Blues gig bags. This bag brand new is about $600, but I know of one on eBay right now, used, that's in very good condition. The guy's in Germany, he's selling his for $279. So I know it sounds like a lot of money, but if you want a really good gig bag and don't want to carry a guitar in a hard case, it's the one to get.
Okay.
Huh? So do you think all those guitars in the hard cases get smashed up because they just knock them around? Because I think
they get thrown around by people. People throw them around because they think they're in cases, and they won't break in a case. They damn well will.
Yeah, a case just will protect from something like landing on it. But as far as like getting thrown around, a gig bag, I guess, is more protective.
Mm-hmm. A good one. The one that Dave has.
Yeah, a good one. A good one. I'm not talking about like a $25.
Not the ones that I have. The ones that
what
I
do you have? Like the little nylon thin.
My first gig bag that came with my Kramer Focus 1000, it was literally just, it was like a sack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's zipped, no protection whatsoever. I mean, you could feel, you feel the neck and it hurts your hand when you pick it up.
It would just protect the finish,
sack,
basically.
Yeah, I've got 3 of these things. I've got 2. I got this black one, a brown leather one, and then I have another leather gig bag by the same company, which is this. It's the same, but it holds 2 guitars in it. So, and that one's that's twice as heavy. But it also, if you take the middle section out of that one, you can fit an acoustic guitar in it.
Yeah, no protection for your sack. That's right, man. Yeah.
So we've been on for about an hour and 13 minutes and had about 3 minutes of good information on there.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, that's a joke.
Mm-hmm. When Jay and I were talking about stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what?
I think you guys should do this together.
Do what together? I'm not doing that with John.
Things.
Do what?
Things.
Things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do I think about the Ibanez AZ series? Dave, help me out. What's the AZ series?
I don't know. Is that the new
I'll look it up.
the new one, the newer they look like Strats, but with they look like Super Strats, I believe. If that is the guitar, then I think they're great.
They do. Yeah.
They're supposed to be expensive.
I'm personally looking at these guitars, like it's not, I wouldn't choose, they're not my flavor of an Ibanez.
It doesn't have a Floyd, and the curves are too round. They're not square off enough.
Well, it just doesn't look like an Ibanez to me. It's got the old Ibanez headstock, but I mean, they're probably great, but yeah, it's just not for me.
5150 Fly Guy. I had an Andy Timmons for a while, and it was a great guitar. They really are cool. Mike is himself. Dave, are you a fan of Ingwe Strats? Can't put mine down. I like the idea of it. I don't know that I'm a good enough player to play scalloped boards like that. I think you have to be a certain player to play on an all scalloped board, and it's very hard for me. I have a hard time playing on a scalloped board.
Yeah, playing rhythm guitar, especially, like I'm a little heavy-handed fret-wise or fretting-wise sometimes. So that I'd be, fretting the notes out of tune, fretting them sharp if I played that thing.
Yeah, I think me too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you really have to be into those guitars to play them right. I mean, you'd have to really know how to play them.
Yeah. I mean, look at Ingve play. He's very light, But if you could play like that, crap, I wish I could.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the deal with scalloped fretboards? Is you don't even have, you barely press down, right?
Well, think of like jumbo frets times, you know, times 10. Like even when I play jumbo frets, I mean, I feel like sometimes I'll fret a little too hard.
I'm looking at these Ibanez AF guitars. I totally different than what I thought it was too.
AZ. AX? What was it? AZ?
AF?
AZ.
Was it AZ or AF?
You said AZ.
Yeah,
Sorry.
AZ.
Let me look. No, these guitars. Yeah, these are great guitars. They look cool. Yeah, I dig them.
Citizen Kane wants to know, what is the point of scalloped fretboards?
So you don't feel the wood of the fretboard underneath your finger when you're playing. It's for people with very, very light touch. Guitar players with very light touch. Me, on the other hand, I like feeling the wood underneath the fingers. I actually, I don't know. I like low action and to be able to feel the wood. And I'm starting to like vintage frets more than jumbo frets. I used to love jumbo frets. Absolutely love them. But vintage frets on a Stratocaster with more of a radius has become very comfortable for me. Really weird. But I'm also now using 9-gauge strings again. I'm not using heavy strings anymore. Just don't want to. I don't want to work hard.
You're using 9s on that?
Yeah. Well, think of it this way: Jimi Hendrix used nines, or what was the equivalent of 9s, tuned at least a half step down when he played, and that's how he was able to bend strings. Because he would use his high E string would be a banjo string, and that would be a 9.
And he was always out of tune too, right?
Oh, well,
that's because he would use his tremolo. He wasn't out of tune because he'd bend out of tune. He would use the tremolo like most people use a Floyd Rose these days. And on a vintage Strat, and at that point it wasn't even vintage; they were brand spanking new. In 1969, when he was playing those guitars, if he didn't buy it brand new, he was playing one that was maybe 1 or 2 years older than that, maybe. And by the time he passed away, he was only using 2 guitars, and they were both. The white one was a 1969 Strat, and the black one was a 1970 Strat.
Charlie S. says, Jay, I was on the Kiesel website, didn't see an option for Fishman pickups. Is that on certain models? No, actually, you have to go to the guitar builder. Like whatever guitar you want to build, you go in there, and then when it gets to the option or the section to choose pickups, the Fishman option is there. But they don't have all the Fishman pickups available from them. I think it's just the modern Fishmans, which they have the modern, the traditional. They have like the Tosin Abasi signature set. They have a bunch of signature sets now, but I believe that Kiesel only carries the moderns. But if you want to have them put, and you can send them Wolfgang pickups, and they'll put them in.
Oh, they'll put in anything, right?
They'll put in anything. There's a, I don't know if it's a $50 extra charge, whatever, to do it. But at the same time, that makes the guitar non-returnable. Like for the most part, any guitar that you order from them, with the exception of they have a couple options like different woods, like if you get a cap or something, makes it non-returnable. But for the most part, if you just get a lot of the standard stuff, you can return the guitar within 10 days if you don't like it.
Matthew Stewart says or asks, what do you think of the Mesa Boogie Mesa Boogie Mark 525? I don't know much about that particular amp, but boogies in general, to my ears, are very, very mid-rangey. Like they're a little bit harsh in the mid-range, no matter how much you turn it mid-range down. And I like mid-range, but no matter on those amps, on the non-rectifier amps, they sound, you know, like the old Mark IV and the Mark III. They're mid-range heavy to my ears. Now that being said, again, I like mid-range, and maybe in a mix it'll sound good, but for live use, I think it's a little mid-range heavy.
Well, there you go. Kiesel, Carvin guitars have such horrible resale value. Yeah, because the reason is, let's just say, you know, I sell one of my guitars. If I have a Kiesel and I sell it, put it on eBay or Reverb or whatever, you can go on the website. You want that exact same guitar, might be a couple extra $100. I mean, personally, I'd rather have a brand new guitar, you know? Like you can get a custom made guitar. Basically, it's what it is. So I understand why the resale value isn't that good with those. It makes sense. You know? It
does. It does. And it doesn't say Fender or Gibson on the headstock. And a lot of people, you know, have their nose up in the air if it doesn't say that.
Yep.
Charlie S. Dave, I've been using 10s on all my guitars for over 10 years. I have heavy hands and do a lot of bending. I guess that's supposed to say a lot of bending. Will I not like 9s? I also play hardtails. Well, like everything else, there's a little bit of time to get used to it. At first, you may not like it. It may be too slinky. You may overbend and, you know, bend notes out of tune. But again, like everything else, just takes a little getting used to, and then you might love the idea of it again. Dennis, my roommate, my ex-roommate, he plays 11s on most all of his guitars, but he just bought a Strat, and after playing my Hendrix Strat with 9s on it, he bought a large headstock Strat and put 9s on it, and is loving it. So I mean, you know, there's everyone is different, and you know, each guitar is a little bit different. So try it on one guitar and see how you like it. And you know, if you're a gigging guitar player, don't just use it at home and then go back to gigging with the guitars you know. Try it, you know, get used to it at home, and then take it on a gig with 9s on it. That's really the only way to tell if you're gonna like playing on a different gauge string than you normally play. Because on a gig, it's like you're in battle. So that's really the place to know if you like it or not.
And there's more options too. He can go with the 9.5s. So it'll be a 9.5 to a 44.
Yeah.
Or he can do what on my Ibanez Universe guitars, I do
9 through 46.
Yeah, 9 through 46.
But I guess it would be 9 to 56 or 56.
Yeah, 9 to 56 with the low B. But yeah, 9 to 56, you're kind of splitting the difference, because that's what I like usually is the lighter, higher string, so you can really bend a lot easier. And then for the rhythms, you know, you get a little more beef. So there's different options, man. Try them out and see which one you like.
Yeah, I would think if you're used to playing 11s and then you go to 9s, that's so much. It's like, whoa, this is amazing. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like what I do. Like if I have to, we were talking about warming up, weren't we? Was that us? I can't remember. An hour ago. what I do is I'll play bass for a while and then pick up the guitar, and it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And even on a smaller scale, if you play a guitar with you know, with tens on it and go to nines, it's nothing. Or if you play a guitar with slightly higher action and then go to a guitar with lower action on it, it's nothing. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's just how you warm up. Romeo Delight, Dave, just curious, have you had any issues with any of your EVH amps? I only have one EVH amp, and the only issue I had with it was the knobs, the actual plastic knobs were all breaking off. So I replaced all the knobs. The white chicken head knobs that came on the amp were all breaking. And I found out subsequently that there was a problem with the plastic they were using on those amps. So I changed them over and put red knobs on, but they're all different knobs.
Hey, you're welcome, John. John Parson says, Johnny Beane, thanks for the EVH gas.
What does that sound like?
2 burritos and a root beer float. Purchased a Wolfgang Standard, John says. Awesome, man.
Congrats.
Awesome. You'll dig it, man. What was I gonna say? Oh, you guys ever seen this picture? Check this out. What year is this? This is 79?
Cool.
Looks like maybe that was a gift or something.
You think?
Like a bag, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that Alex behind him posing with somebody?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks probably in Japan here.
Mm-hmm.
I would think. Yeah, there's Alex. Back there. You can see them all back here. There's looks like Dave back there. And then
David Lee Roth played the Terminator. That's what he
and there's Mike back there. And
with
no
roller skates.
There he is. Yeah.
That's funny.
I'll put that in the Discord. So yeah, everybody, join us in the Discord. Yeah. Oh, Jim Nicholas. Okay, that's from Noel's book. Okay. Okay, cool.
Any of you guys have you guys played Dava Picks? Question was just
yes. Somebody mailed me one time. Somebody sent me one, and I tried it, and to me it was too small. It was too. I'm so used to using these things.
Dava makes that size now. They make them that size now.
Oh. Aren't they like rubber?
Just the part that you hold with your hand.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of picks does Larry use?
He uses Dava, and I have a bunch of Davas here for when he comes here, because the last time he came here, I think he had like 1 pick on him. And I've been using them too. I mean, I use these 1.5 millimeter.
Damn, 1.5.
I'm loving them. I use between 1 millimeter and these 1.5s.
You know how fast I would break strings if I used those?
Well, I don't pick that heavy.
I do.
But I've also used the Dava picks, and I'm digging them too.
Do you have any Davas within hands reach, arms reach?
Yeah, I do.
Desiree? Hey,
Desiree
Tone
in
Talk.
there?
What's up, Mark?
Huh? I'm not paying attention. What?
What?
Nothing.
Hey, Tone Talk. Hey, man. Check out the Ernie Ball new picks.
I got some Davas.
New picks.
Some Davas. yellow and white. They're really cool. These are normal size. They're not small. They're not any smaller.
I'm gonna have to try. Do they make them with the jazz tips?
They are jazz tips.
Oh, shows how much I can see.
But they're the same size.
I'm gonna have to give those a shot.
They're really good.
Amazon.
Yeah, they're good. I was playing on the green tip one for a while. I think they're different sizes, but I can't be for sure.
They're pretty expensive. They're like $1 a pick.
They're expensive, but they last a long time. If you don't lose them, they last.
You should see my desk. I mean, you probably saw it before when I had my camera out, but I have, me and Johnny were talking about these. I have 3 of these packed with picks. I have, you know, still a whole bag of them sitting here. And then I have all the ones that I've used. I can't get rid of them. I mean, literally, they're just all over my desk in front of me. It's just picks, 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 towels. I know the guy who works for me.
Hey, Tone Talk. Yeah, these picks are cool. These Dava picks, they're cool. If you haven't tried them, you should try them.
I will give them a shot.
Mm-hmm. I'll show you guys my pick box. Let me say that real quick. This is the box to an old phone I used to have. You ever heard of a right? I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, here's all my
Jeez.
all my picks.
Oh my
Yeah, I've got it. I've got a major box of them too. Yeah, and then when I use these too, the 1mm.
Here's a whose pick is this? Oh, come on. Joe Wentz.
I was gonna say Joe Wentz until it was a right-handed guitar, and I was like, that can't be Joe Wentz.
That's a Joe Wentz pick. He sent me one of those, and I use all this stuff. Here's a Halen, right there.
Yeah, I've got a few of those myself. Those are Jim Bombas's picks.
Yes. Yeah. Here's a whose is this?
That is Craig Guitarwannabee.
I've got a couple of his. There's another one.
Yeah, those are very cool, actually. I like the idea of them.
Right there. Here's one I tend to joke around with this one.
You know, if you break one of those ends off, and you could flick it and really hurt someone.
Oh, these things hurt anyway, man. A company actually sent me these one time to check out.
What? It looks like a thing from a remember the ring pops?
Yeah.
It looks like that with the piece broken off.
Yeah. Yeah, what are they called? Yeah, this company, they sent me these like years and years ago to.
Here's a custom pick. And it's not going to focus on it.
My God. What does it say?
Hold on, let me get one with it's not smeared. Get one that's not smeared. Is it? Come on, man. There we go. Now it's focused.
There you go.
Nice.
I only have a couple of these left, so I'm saving them. The hell else is in here? Oh.
Here's my Dunlops.
And then we have these.
Right there. I had some Dunlops made years ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got those.
And I don't smoke, so I still have this. I'm sure it's still fully loaded. Fire! Yep.
You guys ever seen one of these? I know our friends from the UK probably see these every day, but you guys ever seen a pound?
I keep losing them.
Look at the side of this.
Man, that's
it's pretty
pretty
cool.
thick.
It's super thick, and there's like stuff on the side. All this stuff here.
You know what that looks like?
Like there's chocolate in there.
No. Well, that too, but it looks like the decoder pin that Ralphie Parker had from Christmas Story. No, nobody remember Little Orphan Annie's decoding.
Yeah.
The B2, remember? No,
maybe. This is thick. I don't know why I have this, but I think somebody sent this to me actually.
Oh, of course. Is there anything that you have that somebody didn't send you?
No.
His wife.
Well, you know.
To drink your Ovaltine. Thank you, Jim Nicholas. Ovaltine? A crummy commercial?
Remember the Seinfeld? What's the deal with Ovaltine? Remember that? What's the deal with Ovaltine? The jar is round, the cup is round, something like that. Why don't they call it Roundtine?
Oh my goodness.
And do you have to be a teen to drink it?
No, I was gonna hit the other one. Damn it. That one, yeah.
That's the Desiree button.
Bosco. Ugh.
Yeah. Wow. Should we keep going or what? This is
why not? How many people we got?
We got 8. Well, now 83.
Yeah, we can't stop it.
We had 90 something in here. Before.
Yes, Caleb is playing Ultimate Jam tonight. Yeah. Should I text him and see what's going on?
Call.
It's only 6:40 there, so he's probably on his way.
Probably, yeah. I don't know.
Craig. Craig, Guitarwannabee says, "Hey now."
Hey man, I was just showing off your picks, man.
You did say picks, right?
I did. The guitar picks with the guitar on them. Howie is in the Discord. Yeah.
Dan Sullivan says, I have a good selection of picks. I pick them by how I feel that night. Always different. See, that's why somebody said if you line up 100 guitar players, everybody will be using something different. And that's true there too, because I have to use the same thing. Like if I pick up a different pick or even one that's like slightly used, I'll be like, this doesn't feel right to me. But some guys, like I think Johnny, you can play with any guitar pick, right?
I can use anything.
Yeah, any guitar pick, you know.
A left-handed guitar.
Doesn't matter to him.
No. Well, I mean that's true.
Action this high off the fretboard or this low, it doesn't matter.
Violin action.
Either way. You know.
Speaking of violin action, I had to raise this up. Look at that. Because, you know, doing the intro to Mean Street, which actually I have terrible news for everybody.
That really wasn't you the other day?
It's not viral?
No, it's not. It's only like 77 views. I was like, I told Jeannie, I'm like, I'm going to break the internet.
No.
It's like
my picture broke the internet.
Yeah. But
it's still going, by the way.
Huh?
It's still going, by the way. It's got like, you know, almost 1,500 likes on it.
What does?
On Instagram, that photo of my room, of my living room.
Your bedroom?
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about my terrible news about the intro to Mean Street. 2 or 3 nights ago, I hear Mean Street come on my phone. I just have it playing, and I forgot a note. There's a note I'm missing.
Shut up.
So now I got to redo it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because I was like, I heard it and I was like, wait a minute. So I'm starting to like, go over it in my head as it's being played. And I'm like, bun of a sitch. There's a note I'm missing. The second half, I don't have my amp up here, but he does the 12th fret twice, whereas I was doing the hammer on going up to 14 instead. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I came up here last night and
Are you sure you didn't hear it incorrectly?
No, because then I loaded in the Pro Tools, slowed it down, and played it with it, and I was like, oh my God, that's it. So now I gotta re-record it now.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't a lesson though.
No, but still.
So it's.
But I know it's wrong.
Can't you just be happy with?
Well, I know this is wrong.
Playing it better than 99.99995% of people that ever played it.
No, because now I can't listen to it. Man, now Quentin James just said maybe Eddie did it wrong. He meant to do it the way I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't there a mistake on Eruption on the record?
Well, there's mistakes, yeah.
Didn't he say there's a mistake in there?
Mm-hmm.
I dare you to find it.
I know where it is. Well, isn't that what they call accidentals or something like that? Like what?
As far as I'm concerned, if it was a mistake, it wouldn't be on the record.
Well, back then, I mean, you couldn't just punch in a little. You could, but it was a super to do if you had to punch something in back then.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff, like Cable talks about, well, all that stuff is like one take.
Yeah. Edward, Mike, and Alex would all play live together,
mm-hmm.
Right,
and get through a take.
And there's a lot of mistakes on all those records. If you listen to, just the instrumental parts of it, you hear Eddie messing up all over the place, and they leave it. It's cool. It sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, when Michael Anthony was on Eddie Trunk, maybe this is like a year ago or something, maybe less now. Michael Anthony talks about that. He's like, playing in a room together, and he's like, the mistakes that are on all those records. And Eddie Trunk asks him, like, oh, well, give me an example. He's like, no, I'm not going to tell you where the mistakes are, because then you're going to hear it and be like, oh, you messed up. Oh, you messed up. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing about records back in the day,
Mm-hmm. There's a major mistake on just after the solo part to Feel Your Love Tonight, where Eddie comes back in with the rhythm guitar, where he clearly goes a half step sharp on one note.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah. I think I remember that. There's like a chord where it sounds like it's slightly like, he didn't land exactly on the chord, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I know there's a drum fill. It's either on Women and Children First or Diver Down. It's like maybe going into the third chorus after the solo or bridge, and Alex kind of like rushes the first half of the fill. But that was music, man. Nowadays everything is perfect.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was gonna say. Back in the day, those a lot of records, they have like feeling to them. Mm-hmm. Where you listen to it and you hear something goes, it's a little off, but it comes right back into it, And I'm doing this like I'm wearing headphones, which I am, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these days records are so perfect that they put bad things into them to make it seem like they didn't mean to do that, or it's just it sounds cool because it stank.
Well, I'll give you an example, right? Personal experience. On our first record, the last song on the album, there's a huge, after the bridge section, there's a huge boom, bang, back to the open. Well, this is on a 7-string, so it's the low B, And when I recorded it, I blasted that low chord, the low B chord. and boom, you know, for that split second, it goes out. And I stopped. Well, I kept playing the part, but then after that take, I was like, we got to go back and fix that that B chord, you know. And we go back and listen to it, and Josh Wilbur was the engineer, and he's like, dude, he's like, that adds energy, and like, you know, that's a huge part in the song where everything comes back in together. And he's like, what do you want to do this? Just like, you know, he's like, you gotta, you know, and and he was right, and we left it. So leaving things like that, I think makes it more real. You know, you're playing heavy music or hard music. There should be moments where dynamics and things get a little
thumbnail.
You know, you can hear the yeah, please no.
You're like, ugh.
When you can hear the band or the player get into it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna have anyone. You're not gonna have that thumbnail of me picking my ear. Sorry.
Well, do one. Pick your nose real quick, and we'll have that one instead.
No.
Pick your nose with your thumb.
Oh,
I do.
I can't pick my nose with my thumb.
I can.
Yeah.
You got to do it this way, though. It's got to be this way. You know.
I can't get it in there.
Ew.
That's how I got a pimple. I was talking about this on the Late Show the other night. That's how I got a pimple on this side because I was doing this. You know, playing guitar. Your fingers get all nasty.
I can't open my nostrils. Don't open up any larger from all the drugs I did in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I lost all my hair.
Man, I was gonna say something, and
what were you gonna say?
I don't know. Something about recording and how all the records these days, none of it's real.
Well, I wouldn't say none of it, but you're right, and a lot of it is
none of the vocals.
Well, pop music, you're right, and country music.
Every syllable you hear on the radio today in popular music is comped together from different takes.
Well, different takes, that's fine, but I think a lot of it is tuned and pitch corrected.
Right. Like you listen to that stuff without the music, or you listen to the a cappella version of whoever's hit song, and it sounds like a robot singing.
Yeah, it sounds like a robot. You can totally hear it, like Michael Bubble, I like to call him Michael Bublé.
Yeah,
I can't stand listening to his music, if you call it that, because it sounds like, I mean, his vocals are perfectly tuned. And I hear that, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's too perfect." Load up.
Are you sure about that? I think he's just got an amazing voice.
Well, he might have an amazing voice, but his vocals are tuned.
I don't know about that.
I don't know who that is.
Michael Bublé. I don't know.
Michael Bubble.
I don't know who that is.
I think
load up an a cappella version of "Beat It" from Michael Jackson, and you could hear he's off, but it sounds good. He's not hitting every single note. He's not hitting it perfectly. But that's what makes it music. It makes it honest.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, they would fix that.
Where did I... Did you know that when Eddie did the solo to Beat It, well, you guys probably know this, he did 2 different takes, and they picked the best one, and I don't think Michael Jackson was even there when he did it. He was there with Quincy Jones. They did it.
They also wanted him, Michael wanted him to solo over the other part, and he decided not to. He decided to solo over the part he soloed over. And then told Michael, listen, I changed your song around. I'm soloing over this and not what you wanted. And they liked it better.
He rearranged the song.
Yeah. What, they wanted him to solo over what? The dead end. Is that what part they wanted him to solo over? Or do you not know?
I don't know what part.
Okay.
Oh, probably the beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it.
Probably the main, like the verse part, maybe. The part you were talking about, the dun dun dun, that's like, would that be considered the pre-chorus?
Yeah,
sort of, or a bridge. That'd
Bridge,
be like
that'd
be a bridge before the. Because I don't think I'm trying to think. The part he solos over is the verse.
Yeah.
Right?
Kinda.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because then it goes into the chorus right after it. Yep. I love when he that knocking you hear. Like that's Eddie's guitar.
Have you heard all the different theories of what that is?
What are the theories? What?
One theory is that's somebody locked out of the studio, knocking on the door.
To me, it sounds like Eddie coming in. Like that sounds like his guitar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Citizen Kane, Steve Lukather played guitar on all the tracks on that record. He was the guitar player for all the tracks. Eddie just played the solo to that song.
I think Luke played the bass on Beat It too. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
But hold on, there's that. That sounds like Eddie's guitar.
No, that's Luke.
That's Lukather. Eddie only played that solo.
That might be Luke playing Eddie's guitar. It might be, but it's Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Basically, Toto was the backing band for the Thriller album. Basically.
Yeah. Superfuzz says he loved Glen Cove at the Petrucci camp. Very nice. Cool. Sorry we didn't get a chance to see each other.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that just next door?
Well, I mean, it was down the block.
You didn't hear him?
You didn't hear his living room.
You didn't hear. Oh, God.
No, but
I can't do that.
Richie Canada went to that. He went to that, and he wanted to know why I didn't go. He says I could have gone at any point as his guest, and I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had some players there, man. Andy James was there. Obviously Guthrie Govan, Petrucci.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Is that held at the same place every?
It's held at the Glen Cove Mansion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on the other side of town, but it's still right here.
Mm-hmm. How big is Glen Cove?
I want to say it's like 25,000 people, maybe more.
Grams or millimeters? Oh, crap.
Well, how long would it take you to drive from one end to the other?
6
minutes, 7 minutes.
Well, that's not big.
It's pretty big.
It depends on how you measure size. Are we talking about people or mileage?
Grams.
It's not a town. It's a real city.
And it'll take you 6 minutes to drive through it?
Maybe 10.
10?
That's how long it takes to drive.
That's not a city?
Yeah, it is. It's an actual city, yeah.
Because 6 minutes is about how long it takes to drive through Delaware.
It's one of the biggest city. It's the biggest city in Long Island.
Hmm. Well, Desiree, you're from Texas.
Oh, really?
Right?
That's a state.
Oh, well, no, I'm saying though, Texas just doesn't end.
Yeah,
I drove through it.
Absolutely.
And there's towns in Texas you drive through and you're through them within like a minute.
Yeah, it's not
literally.
It's a lot. It's a lot bigger than that. And Texas itself is like a small, planet.
Country.
A small Texas.
It's like a small planet.
Planet Texas. Planet Houston. Houston.
Yeah.
See you, Bazik.
Later, man.
Wow, 91 people. Dang, we've had a lot of people sitting here.
On a Tuesday. Or as Steve Anderson would call it, a Tuesday.
I was saying that to myself when I was driving up to Walnut Creek yesterday. I kept saying Tuesday. Tuesday. I kept saying that. Tuesday.
Thank you, Steve.
Houston.
Any of you 89 people have any guitar questions before we split for the night?
Yeah. Wow, 89 people? Everybody, leave a thumbs up on your way out.
And tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Open up your window. Shout out. Everybody, open up your window right now. Shout out David Nesdahl.
Yes.
Nesdahl! Hey, I think this guitar sings a little better, drop down a half step. Am I crazy to even think that, Dave?
It probably does. Some guitars like E flat better. They just like it. Some guitars
feels more resonant.
Some guitars sound better in E flat than others.
And these strings are kind of dead too, but it's still.
You got to boil them, man.
Yeah, just don't even take them off. Just put the whole guitar in.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yep. Citizen Kane, does your THR5 have the USB interface, and are you able to record in Pro Tools with it via USB? It does have the USB interface. I haven't tried to record it in Pro Tools, but I'm sure it does. I haven't used that to record though. That's just like, kind of my practice amp. If I don't feel like firing up a full-blown amp or Pro Tools, if I just want to play for a couple hours, I'll just use that thing, and it sounds awesome. So
awesome. Sounds awesome.
But that amp is downstairs right now.
Nikki BB, what guitar are you asking is a Fender? We all have Fenders here. This one is, the one behind Johnny is, and the one in Jay's hands is also a Fender EVH.
Oh well, I guess so. If it has the logo on it, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They're all Fenders. All of them. And I had my caps locked as I was typing this, so it's kind of weird. It doesn't make sense, although maybe it does. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks good like that.
Either way, though, I have a nice wireless keyboard. Thank you, guys. I'm able to type in the chat now.
Dave.
Yes.
Can't you wait for the day we're about to go live and Johnny's like, oh, man, my mouse and keyboard the batteries are dead. I can't get in the chat.
I was hoping he'd say when his mouth has batteries is dead.
Oh my goodness.
No Gibsons? Do you have a Gibson in your next to your person?
I have one here, yep.
It's a Fibson.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is not a channel where we actually generally do playing. So if you're waiting for us to actually play something, there's a lot of playing on our channels, but not on this show. Tell them why, folks.
Because none of us actually play the guitar. We don't know how.
We just collect them.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's because it sounds like crap on here.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Although I go live every other night and I'm actually playing.
Yeah, but you're plugging directly into your board.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, as far as using Hangouts, which is what this is, you can't. These things they're only made for voice. You can't. Music sounds like an underwater MP3, right, Howie? There he is.
Hey, Howie, thumbnail.
There he is.
Thumbnail.
Dewclaw. All right. So what? Are we good?
Yeah.
I know we're at 2 hours.
2 hours exactly.
Awesome. Okay. Well, hey, David Nesdahl, good to see you.
Eh.
Jay Hannon.
We haven't done that in a while.
No.
Thank
No,
God.
no.
Yeah.
So you're gonna redo your Mean Street intro video?
Yeah, I just gotta learn how to. I've been playing it that way for.
You got to learn that one note.
Yeah, and it's in a weird spot too, where See, that's the right way. If I can play it. So there's an extra 12th fret hammer on before the little, that part. I don't know if you heard anything like that, but
No.
Yeah. Like I said, I heard it and I was like, wait a minute, man. I'm one note short.
You said that you call yourself man?
You don't talk to yourself?
I talk to myself nonstop.
Yeah. How often do you call yourself an idiot? Because I do that at least 10 times a day.
We both call Johnny an idiot all the time.
You do something stupid, you might not say it out loud, but idiot,
No, I've never done that.
You just I'm so smart all the time. Remember this one? Remember that? Doing that?
Oh. All right. Cool. All right. Jay Hannon, good to see you. David Nesdahl. Everybody in the chat, Ben Combs, Nikki BB, R2R3, Thrash Metal, Dan Sullivan, Absolute Mayhem. Happy belated birthday to you.
Oh, happy birthday.
Wasn't that yesterday? Maybe? Or was that today? One of them.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
He's been very, very helpful with the Discord.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. So if you guys want in the Discord, text the phone number in the description right below. 415 number. Tell me who you are. We'll let you in. Yesterday was your birthday? Awesome, man. Awesome. Absolute. Thank you so much, man. He's been very, very helpful with the Discord, and we have a great time over there. So, yeah. I'm going to head over there right now. All right. See you, Showman. See you. See everybody. 1550 Fly Guy. All of you. And we'll see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow for another Veda vlog every day. And then we'll see you guys Friday.
Bleh!
johnnybeane.tv. Which mouse am I using? Okay. See ya.